on an inmate at the New Iberia Parish Jail. 30 months. He had that dog attack that young man, and if you see the other guys are cutting hair, like if it's no big deal, because they're used of it. They're used of it. And that's the part that's ridiculous. Only 30 months, 2 years and 6 months. This is what Officer Prejean got. I wish we had a picture.
But how many people pays attention to when an officer get time? Nobody. Because they know they're going to buy the time, they're going to start the little term they're supposed to say agreed upon, and then in 60 days, they take sick, and here come, they had to let them out early, but they gave them house arrest and all that. This is the clause that they put for every cop to go out there and so say lose his life for. They give you so say leniency.
Right.
But that shouldn't be like that, because a murderer is a murderer no matter how you look at it. Whether you got a badge on or you're in a priesthood. If you kill or rape somebody, you should still get the charge of a regular person. You are human.
That's right.
But one of us who cannot get the right backing can't get a good lawyer, because all our money is going to represent the priests and the DAs and all of them with their corruption. They don't have nothing to represent them for. So what they offer is a plea bargain.
Yes.
Knowing half the charges they're offering you, really not even on the charge.
That's right. That's the truth.
But as long as they get you to sign that document, that means you admitted to it, so you're guilty.
You're guilty. You are absolutely.
You know, I got a friend done 15 years for drugs that he never sold, and if he wouldn't have signed the paper saying the drugs that they found was his, they wouldn't have let him out.
Ain't that?
After 15 years, he signed the paper, they let him out in 4 months. Just to say he gave up his rights.
That's right. And not only did he give up his rights, but he's a convicted felon. He can't. There are places.
And got to pay probation, parole for the rest of his life. He's not free.
No, he's not free.
And that's what people not understanding.
The same thing with Alexander and Granger. They were innocent of the crime in which they was convicted of, which was the murder of Louis Glado. They were innocent of that. They done 31 years at Angola State Penitentiary. Got to pay probation for the rest of their lives. And they already knew who were the ones that actually did the killing.
Well, the guy that was in Angola admitted that he did the killing. But being that they got these guys to take the plea,
yep,
it was all right.
Mm-hmm. And that just goes to show you, you know, we were born here in Louisiana. We are from Louisiana. We love Louisiana just as much as we hate Louisiana. But it's up to us as community spokesperson, community activists, to talk about our state. How else are we going to get it?
I don't hate Louisiana. I hate the people that's running.
Okay, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about myself. Okay, all right. And it's important that we stick to the cause. Reality is the topic. Reality is the topic.
Reality. Break that down, because it's real.
You know, break it down.
The thing is, you mentioned the Sugarcane Festival, and it's coming up this week. You know, yeah, my wife was reading a book to some of her students, and it just so happened it was a book titled Sugar Changed the World. Louisiana, from slavery, has been using black folks to make this so much of bigger profits. You know, if you read this book, you'll find that sugar was the main product, not tobacco, not cotton, it was sugar. Sugar in young black Negroes, teenagers, they would buy them to put them on a farm and plantation. If the crop was low, they would sell them for profit, but they would keep the young black teenage female for breeders.
Yes, that's right.
You know, last year I went to the Sugarcane Festival, and they showed the tractors that started the cane environment.
That's a lie.
And I told them, no, it was slaves with cane knives cutting these canes. Y'all should have had a picture of them who started it. That way, if you're going to try to make up a story, tell the whole story, but tell where it began at.
That's right.
It began with slavery. It began with them cutting the cane.
That's right.
Them getting beat up because the crop didn't come through. Them getting sold off and separated, and everything else that you can imagine happened to these people.
Right, right, right.
And then you wonder why black folks so far behind. But we don't have an excuse to that, because we got educators. And we got education, but it's up to us to push our young black children to do better than what they're doing. not find excuses for them, give them the true answer of not to look at themselves as a nobody. Look at yourself as somebody.
And I remember going in the sugarcane field. You know, I remember us pulling the cane.
Eating them people cane?
No, I'm not eating no cane. I remember us pulling the sugar cane off the tractor. Before there were even any tractors.
Yeah, but we made money. The people before us didn't make money.
Well,
this was slaves.
Right. But what I'm trying to show you is that you tell the whole truth behind where the sugar cane come from. Who are the ones that
started it? Who was the one that invented the cane cutter because they got tired of their cane knife?
Right, because they got tired of the cane knife and the whip that was on them.
Right. Mm-hmm. But we don't want to go that far back because for some reason we're ashamed of that. And I'm not talking about the white people today who help a lot of black folks. And back in the day, they had white folk who helped a lot of black folk get off that plantation to freedom. But we got to credit those people too. We can't just say all white people because that is a lie. Because they had a lot of white people help black folk to get to where we at.
Not so much as a lot. You may have like maybe 1/4 of a.
Well, I respected those 1/4 more than 10/4 of those who played like they tried to help.
Yes, and the name of the show is Defending Our Community. You have Mr. Kevin and myself, Sister Khadijah, and the topic is reality. And we're trying to like just hit on a lot of main things that's imperative in our community.
To get you to go out there and vote, because you got to know your past to get to your future. And history is what shows us what we need to do.
Brother Jay, can you call in?
History shows us what we need to do before we have a repeat.
Yeah. And from history, we learn about ourselves. We learn.
Supposed to learn about ourselves.
Yeah, we're supposed to learn about ourselves, but we learn facts. We know about facts. We know about the Queen Nzinga, the Nefertilis. We know about Hannibal. We know about those black men that stood the test of time. You mentioned about the movie. Black Panther. You know, to me, one of the greatest love music that's in existence was Django Unchained, because of the simple fact. You never see a black couple together. We never see a black woman and her
back in the day they separated
together. But in that movie, you seen that. You know, it reminded you of power. It reminded you of saying, "Dawn, no matter what the sister is going through, what the husband is going through, they united with each other."
Well, love brings people together. Hate separates.
I'm glad you finally found love, Kevin.
Well, some people need to find it and understand it's not as bad as it looks or here. I know cough on that, but still, we as the people must love one another no matter what color, because I can't be mad at my neighbor and they stay right on the side of me because of a different color or they thought. But if they don't understand me, then that's their fault, not mine. Because if you ask me about myself, I'm going to tell you about my whole self, even the past that you think I got. Because not all black folks are terrible. Not all white folks are terrible, but until we stop separating each other, then we'll never know about the past history or the person on the side of us. And you know, I tell people what I do to me. Really, you? I can't believe that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty. Caller, you have a question or comment for Mr. Kevin or myself?
Greeting to you, my sister, and greeting to you, my strong brother. Listen, Mr. Kevin, I'm laughing because, look, man, don't put me in your doghouse. I know I violated the rule of not calling you the man show, but you know I can't. I got my finger on the button and I got to dial in. You know, beat Brother Wilder to the punch. Listen, my brother. I want to say also to apologize to the audience out there that was watching online. We are streaming to 5 different locations. Your show is popular, brother. This truth has to get out. And other people have other ways of listening and looking. Listen, I want to advise, this is my opinion, Brother Kevin. First of all, I want to say in reference to so-called Sugarcane Festival, I would tell people, instead of going to the Sugarcane Festival, watch Sugartown if you need a little something sweet in your life that can leave a sour taste in your mind. Watch the documentary Sugartown. I'm pretty sure there are some copies out there somewhere floating around. Try to get access to it. If not, call into the Discovery Channel Network and demand that they show it again. Yeah. I want to say, because You guys brought up so many different subjects, and I'm going to try to keep it brief. I just want to remind people, according to most doctors out there and most people, sugar is really bad for the human body, especially for black folks. While we made money off it in the past and we got over and sweetened up our coffee with it, sugar is the main problem. A lot of us are running to the emergency room and
diabetes.
we have problems with diabetes, heart disease, and so forth. Remember, this industry is a dying industry, and science has proven that we're putting our money in the sugar industry and we're celebrating an industry that's on the way out. Refined sugar is killing black folks also. I want you to know that.
Okay.
That's been proven. But look, please, my brother, tell me your opinion on this officer that they give him 30 months. 30 months is nothing when you have a deadly weapon such as an assault dog, and you're using it on a prisoner. And like Sister Khadijah said, my strong sister who was on TIE, was attacking his brother. Somebody had to direct that high, because guess what? Those prisoners who were cutting hair, brother, you know, Robert, someone coming to your store with a German Shepherd and started attacking somebody while you cut somebody hair, you would be cutting somebody ear off accidentally with the razor. I mean, come on, this has to be directed. This has to happen more than once. And I'm pretty sure you got information because they had to unseal that seal, and I'm pretty sure there's much more information. So there was a conspiracy, and the federal government dropped that case because the fix was in from the beginning. I want your opinion on that. I'm let you go, my brother. Great show today. Thank you so much.
Well, number one, he's a police officer. Number two, that's one. The dog and him have more authority in jail than anything. And number two, with them being in the jailhouse and the boys who cut hair, not doing nothing, they used to this. And they won't say that because the dog might let the dog loose in them. This was the time was when the officers had fun, when it was barbershop day. Let's bring the dog and set cigarettes. That's all it's about. Get that fear in their head. And the thing is, when other people see this video, they be like, well, they locked up. They might have no right. They're still human beings, no matter what. Right. But let you have your dog chained up in the dog, the way people come knock on the door. Did you give the dog some water?
Yeah, right. They so
But you can have a black person beat up. They know that when he locked up, he can just, okay, we try not to make a difference. But when animals become more of somebody to take up for than blacks, it's a problem. Right? And if you don't see yourself being racist or somebody hating and call yourself a Christian, then that's the problem right there. And I hate to get on this race thing again, but the thing is, I keep telling people, I don't Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I give you that permission.
Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you for bringing up the correlation of the production of sugar and slavery, because so many of our people aren't aware of that, including myself. I always thought that slaves were brought to help with the tobacco and or
Cotton.
I didn't realize myself that sugar was one of the primary sources at that time. So sugar has always been bad for black health. Thank y'all.
Yes.
And thank you for coming and letting us inform us about it.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
bye-bye.
Yes, thank you so very much. And it brings to mind too, when you think about the Jim Crow law, you know, from 1898, when and this is the reason why I have the bottles of water, is because I wanted to show our listening audience that, you know, 10 and 2, you know, that's 12. If 10 people found you guilty of a crime, of a felony, that meant that the unanimous jury went with them. That meant that, okay, no matter that we have 2 people that's against you, you got 10 that say you're guilty, and still today they found out that this is one of the most racist law in the history books. This law came into existence in 1898.
Well, it's called jury selection, and that shouldn't be. It should be get the people, give them an invitation to come and listen to it. Don't just say question them like they on trial. See, they prep and pick to the people who are going to vote on their side.
And that is why we are encouraging everybody plus, if you know your cousin, 10 other people, y'all go ahead and y'all make sure that y'all voting on October the 6th, on November the 6th for Amendment 2. You got to vote for it, because like these 2 juries that say that you're not guilty, even though the other 10 say that you're guilty, it would not be unanimous.
Well,
this is what we're fighting against. This is essential in the state of Louisiana.
And this is what gives the DA so much power, because they get to select and pick the people.
That's right.
It's not that they good DAs.
That's right.
They pick their people that's going to agree with them.
That's right, Kevin.
And that's the thing I don't like with these lawyers who think they're so good, but got to put something on you or get somebody to help put something on you to say they good. No, you're not good. You're a worm. You're a termite. You know, you're something that don't even should be around representing people. Because if you look back and see what you done to other people's lives by convicting them of stuff they never done, you'd be ashamed of yourself.
Well, Kevin,
but then they'll be in church Sunday saying the Lord's Prayer to everybody else, and everybody say, oh, you're doing a good job getting those thugs and criminals off the street. No, he's not, because he's the biggest thug and the biggest criminal himself.
That's right.
Because when you got to make up stuff on people, you're not nobody.
That's right. That's right. Robbie Vines,
Bo Dewey, Phil Haney, who's still running the system right now. And not just New Iberia, it's all over. You know, everywhere you got a poor section, you got a section of people who just getting put in jail or crime for no reason.
That's right.
And half the people that didn't put in jail or crime, you got to see the ricochet effect about it when the children and grandchildren who don't have nobody positive to talk to them looks at the system.
That's right.
And then they start doing the same thing. You know, I'm going to give credit to the New Iberia City Police, because they have been doing their job so far. You know, they've been picking up the guys after they murder them, but still you got them off the streets. And then to my black folks who complain and get mad when the white folks put thanks for getting that thug off the street. You cannot be mad when the person is right. You know, the person is right because he shot and killed somebody of his own color.
Yeah. He
was selling drugs to somebody of his own color. So we cannot be mad at them people for saying something like that, because their life matter, our life matter, but yet still we taking up from why are you calling them thugs? Why are you calling them criminals? Because that's what it is. It's the people that's not the criminals that I get offended by. Because they're associated with somebody, now you tag them as, oh, he wanted them. No, he not wanted them. You know, everybody's family got somebody that's corrupt and messed up. But being that I'm not into politics, I can't do nothing about it because they're in that.
Yeah. Yeah, they in there. Caller, you have a question or a comment for Mr. Kevin or myself?
Yes, good evening, Sister Khadija.
Hey,
Good evening, Mr. Kevin.
Yes, Brother Wallace.
You know, you guys always bring good topics to the airwaves. Y'all bring topics to people that people really need to understand, you know, what we have to change in our community. And first of all, we need to start changing ourselves. You know, a lot of these guys that's in office, they want to be Mary Tom, not Uncle Tom, Mary Tom, because they can't seem to get it right with the community or connect with the community to make our community right. You know, once it seems like they come for our vote, you know, and once they get our vote, they go to the other side automatically. You know, now, we have a person that's running for Congress, you know, and we got all kind of excuses not to try to support him because he looked like us, you know, and him looking like us, he's going to do something for us that everybody thinks that because you're right, you make everything right. And we've been voting for them for years and years and years, and what have we got out of it? Really nothing. So, you know, Mr. Kevin, appreciate hearing you speak up for the people in your community, the people that look like you, and the people that you're trying to get across to. You know, you're right. We definitely need to stop killing ourselves, because our lives do matter among ourselves, not just among other people. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to voice my opinion.
And thank you so much, Brother Wallace, for all that you do.
And first of all, we got to learn how to respect each other in order for them to respect us. And that's what people will not understand. It starts at the house, not at the school, not in the street, at the house. Because parents, uncles, aunts,
yes,
we got to start putting these children in place when you see them disrespecting their parent, your sister or brother. And if you don't say nothing, you're part of it.
yes.
You know, I got nephews and nieces who don't like me because I won't stand for it when I'm there, you disrespecting your mama or your daddy. Now, that's on you when I leave. But as long as I'm in that room or whatever, you're not going to disrespect them while I'm there. And a lot of our family members like to stop and say, oh, I should have said something. Yeah, you should have, but now you don't have to because they're not there. Because the truth should have been said when he was there. And that's the problem that we're having right now with our own people. How to respect each other. And if you want to call me a racist, yes, I am a racist. I hate ignorant people, no matter what color they are.
Right.
And majority of the people I hate is in my own race.
Right. Well, Kevin, you can't be a racist because you don't have the monies. You're not.
You don't need money. You just need. See, that's the problem. We look at things like money rules the world.
Kevin,
we rule the world. Money help you live in it.
You may be a racist, but it's not of that. You know, you may be a racist maybe because this show is entirely reality. You're thinking that you're racing those cars and everything.
Not that kind of racist. Yeah, not that kind of racist. Yeah.
You know.
But the thing is, we got to get each other together. And like I said, before we go and cast a vote, we got to get together and stop getting sold out to the first little one that come with a story about solar panels or we trying to get a future for a job. Well, first of all, we got to show them what a job is. Second of all, we got to explain to them what a job qualities are about. It's not about working when you want to work. It's about working every day that your contractor or whoever wants you to work. Oh, I'm sick. No, that don't have nothing to do with your job. Because I go to work sick or not.
Yeah.
But yet and still, we don't show them how. We give them excuses.
Yeah, but you really have a good immune system. As a matter of fact, when you spoke about job, there's going to be a job fair October the 9th. And it's called Diversity Job Fair at the Hyman Center from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And they're highlighting that if you are a convicted felon, please come in and register for one of these job
if you really want to work.
Yes.
Don't go waste their time talking about I just want to work on Monday and Tuesday. I want the rest of the week off. Don't go waste them people time. Simple as that. We complain about all the Hispanic and Asian and all the people coming in from out of this country to work. and saying they're taking all these jobs. No, they're not taking your job. You don't want to do the job. So they got to do their job, because where they come from, there is no job.
Right, right.
So we can't be mad at them people because they want to work. And for all the white folks who say them people taking, well, y'all subdivision wouldn't getting built in a month if it wouldn't be for those people coming from different countries to build y'all subdivision. Now they're planting all the cane.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
they are planting all the cane.
I can't be mad at them because they want to work.
No, you sure can't. And come October the 6th is the deadline to make sure that everybody in your household or people that you know in your community are registered to vote. October the 6th is the deadline. And November the 6th.
And if you don't know, let them know they can go to their local courthouse.
Yes.
And get registered. If you don't have computers or this online registration, go to your courthouse. That's your courthouse. It's public. That's your courthouse.
Yeah,
they work for you.
Our taxpayers.
Same thing, and I'm going to go back again. Public libraries. Let them boys read that book, whether they got a dress on or not.
Oh, and you're bringing it up again?
Yes, I will bring it up, because that don't make sense for them to keep these people from reading a book to a child. If you don't want your child to go over there, keep them home.
Right, right. And
what is reading a book?
Yeah, what is reading a book? And it's still a big time controversy here in the state.
Well, because of the church values. The church is involved in this, and that's all it is. The biggest hate group they got, churches.
Right, right. And they took it. They sent a letter to Mayor Robideau, letting him know that, oh yeah, we want you to stay with the policy of making sure that cross dressers don't come and read to the kids.
And it has nothing to do with the churches. The people who put him in. He got to represent them. Right. Whether they wear a dress or not.
That's right. And instead of sending a letter, instead of having a letter, sending a letter to the mayor of Lafayette, y'all should have sent another letter to the mayor of Lafayette telling him about all of these pedophile priests that we have in all these different dioceses.
Well, right, see, they can harbor a fugitive, but we can't.
Ain't that something?
Because a priest doesn't have no right raping a child's life and messing it up. And then y'all taking hide, and then y'all gonna say y'all might let them go ahead and give some names of the priests that done. That don't make sense, and that's by law for all y'all true Christians who are allowing this, and some lawyers. Y'all are pathetic. Simple as that. And y'all not preaching the word. Y'all selling the word to people. Because no matter what it is, this priest raped somebody's child.
Yes.
Whether he read a good book out of the Bible or not, he raped somebody.
Right. And one thing that we've always said, and you've mentioned it also, the human race. You know, if indeed they want to read to the young kid, let them read. You know, they're not reading and saying, oh, come
after you read, we got a drag queen party. No, he said you want to read a book. Let them read the book and get that done with. And to all you drag queens and gay guys, I'm with y'all. I'm going to be there. Even if they say no, y'all can read a book outside to my grandchildren. I'm going to be there. Because it's a public library.
Right, right.
Government has no right in that.
Right, right.
And churches shouldn't be involved in that. Stick to the stories you tell about Jesus. Stick to that. But yet still you're harboring rapists.
That's right, right. Because if Jesus was here walking around, he wouldn't be around in some big-time billion-dollar church.
Well, the story I heard of Jesus, he was walking a donkey.
Yeah, he was walking a donkey.
Explaining to people to respect each other's values and everything. And when he saw people like in our politicians selling the story to people, he said to stop. When they started building churches, he said church was in your